Welcome all. 36th District Court, State of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Judge Shannon A. Holmes presiding. During the Zoom court proceeding, there will be no gum chewing, eating, drinking, smoking, or talking. Also, you're required to be dressed appropriately for court. No do-rags, hats, pajamas, low-cut tops, spaghetti string tops, or underclothes should be visible. If you have any additional electronic devices, please silence them or turn them off now. Thank you all in advance for your compliance, and good morning, Your Honor.
Switch the camera for me. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to have everyone, if you could please mute your phone or your device. I will call on you when it is time for your case. And so until then, I'm going to ask you to stay on mute. I'm also going to let you know that if you turn off your camera, I don't see you. I'm not calling your case. You can come back and join us, and then I'll be ready to call your case. So I want to make sure you know that as well. And so we're going to get started by having the attorney, Mr. Reed, if you could place your appearance on the record, please.
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Judge. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, I'd like to make a motion, continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Reed. And then we have the case managers. I see Mr. Griffin, good morning. Place your appearance on the record, please. You're muted, Mr. Griffin.
Okay. Good morning, y'all. Brian Griffin, drug court case manager on behalf of the probation department.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Griffin, and then Ms. Cleveland.
Good morning, Your Honor. Toshi Cleveland, case manager for 36th District Court. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Good morning, Ms. Cleveland.
Good morning.
Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Sobriety Court. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. And then Ms. Robs.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ebony Robb, Drug Treatment Court Case Manager.
Good morning, Ms. Robs. And good morning to you, Ms. Wilson. I'm ready to call the docket. I'm starting with Stephanie Henson. If you could unmute for me, Ms. Henson.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning to you. I have the following for you. I have case numbers SP 102-11891, case number U39045817. How are you this morning, Ms. Henson?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing very well. State your full name for the record.
Stephanie Henson.
All right, very good. And who do you have with you? I can barely see who that is. It's kind of dark in the room. I'm sorry?
Kelly Arvalo.
Okay. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right. All right. And so, Ms. Henson, we had an opportunity to staff your case this week to talk about your progress. And Ms. Cleveland reports that you are doing very well. First and foremost, that Hunter is good. He's still doing well.
Yes, he's teething.
Oh, wow. Already. Very good. Glad he's doing well. She said your balance is down to $10. So you're in great shape there. And then you still have stable housing. Is that correct, Ms. Henson?
Yes, I'll reside here for the next 2 years.
Uh-oh. So you have an echo going on. And so try it again.
I'll be residing here for the next 2 years.
All right, very good. And where you are, I don't want you to disclose that on the record, but where you are, is it conducive to you working on you and working on staying clean and sober and being on a path of recovery? Good morning.
Yes. Kelly is actually an intern at Stanford House, and she's a big mentor for me. So she always encourages me to move forward and progress.
All right. Very good. Very good. I've asked you to please mute your device if it is not your hearing. If I mute you, please do not unmute yourself because we're getting feedback. Thank you so much. All right. And so you said that it's connected still to Stanford House. Are you giving back to Stanford House?
Yes, I do groups every Sunday.
Good, very good. Tell me something you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
My priorities, I had to get my priorities in order. I had to remember that, you know, you can also help the newcomers and work on yourself at the same time. Don't forget about yourself.
Yes, self has to always be on that list, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. I don't know why there's an echo. All right, I'm gonna ask one more time that everybody mute your devices. And then I'm gonna remove you from my courtroom and put you at the bottom of my list. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, Miss Henson, I apologize for that. Are you working, Miss Henson?
Yes, I actually have to go to the airport to get my badge today.
I heard you secured a job at the airport. Are you excited about that?
Yes, I am.
Very good. I'm excited for you. You are really doing well. Tell me something that's different about you, Miss Henson, from the time I met you last year, back in February. It's been a year, over a year.
Everything has changed for me. I'm grateful today for the life I have. I'm about to cry. I don't have that desire to use anymore.
Yeah, and that's because you're working on recovery every single day. And it's important that you continue to do that for the rest of your life, especially for the rest of Hunter's life. How about that?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are tears of joy, happiness.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right, Miss Cleveland, is there anything else you want to tell me about Miss Henson?
No, Your Honor, she's compliant with her therapies, and she's compliant with her testing. And I just do need a progress report from Miss McKay. If you can just ask her again to send me one. And
you're fading in and out, Miss Cleveland.
If you can ask her, I have it turned all the way up. Let me make sure.
I still cannot hear you. No. I can now.
Okay. She's compliant with everything, and her next court date would be on the 15th of April, 2021 at 8:30 a.m., and she is on track for a tentative graduation date in May.
All right. Did you hear that, Miss Henson? Yeah. You excited about that?
Yes, it feels good.
All right. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. And so keep doing what you're doing. Keep working hard. You're doing very well. We're still here if you need us. Use the tools that you've been exposed to, and you're going to continue to do well. I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Reader, Mr. Ficus, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, Judge. Thank you. Congratulations, Ms. Henson. Great report. You're in a good place. We're so proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. Stay safe, Ms. Henson. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Henson.
And if I might add, Your Honor, Robert Fikens on behalf of all the clients here today, Judge P31894. Yes. But I would like to add, Judge, Ms. Henson, we're very proud of you getting that job at the airport. It sounds exciting. It sounds turned your life around, and you have. You should be proud of yourself. We are very proud of you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you so much.
All right, very good. I will see you again in April, and then you'll be slated for graduation in May, Ms. Henson. Keep up the great work.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
All right. You do the same. Thank you. I'm ready on Ernest Wilson, Jr. I have the following case number 1936817. Good morning, Mr. Wilson.
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you. Please state your name for the record.
Ernest Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson. We had an opportunity to staff your case, and your case manager, Mr. Griffin, reported that you are doing very well and that you're not having any issues. You're following all of the guidelines with respect to working the program. I want to hear from you. How do you feel you're doing?
I feel I'm doing great. It's
Okay.
actually helped me. Yeah, it actually helped me surpass some. Thursday, my sister went through heart surgery. Yesterday morning, my fishing buddy and friend, my uncle, passed, dealing with
I'm
hospice.
sorry to hear that.
So dealing with the tradition of the family, upon death, we do a shot of tequila. I did a shot of squirt. So,
Good. Was it ruby red squirt? Was it ruby red?
No, just regular squirt, just a shot.
Oh.
Nobody did a shot of tequila, just in respect for me. So they did just shots of squirts. If they did tequila later, that was their problem.
Look at you, wonderful.
Yeah, the program's been great for me, and I encourage others in following the program. You have to open your eyes to what's going on. And I could say it made me understand that in the past when I was drinking, I liked drinking. Okay, the past when I was drinking, I loved myself, but now I'm beginning to live. I'm beginning to live to like myself, and I'm beginning to live to love myself in the situation where I'm never have a drink in my hand. So it's more fun that way, and more I could say appetizing, and more respectful to yourself and the respect you give others.
Absolutely. Has any part of this journey so far been difficult for you, Mr. Wilson? Because I don't want people in the courtroom to think, oh, it's just easy and, you just get up and you just do it. Has any part of the journey been difficult for you?
The difficulties have been not having the privilege to walk out, get in my car, drive where I want to drive if I'm out of seasoning, and to get there, or my charcoal's low, I have to wait till someone to bring it to me, or catch a lift. The other difficulties is having the friends call you, come on out, we're doing a barbecue, knowing that there's going to be a high intensity of beer and liquor at the barbecue, and regardless of the fact of them not respecting the COVID situation, I don't need to go. I know how to start my grill. The other difficulty has been not being able to get up and run and see my grandkids, not being able to just stop by my daughter's houses. It's been rough, although COVID's in effect, but we've all been vaccinated now, and we still are respecting the COVID situation and staying away. So not the fact that you love COVID, but COVID played a difficulty in it, but it's also has played a willing on my part to make sure that I don't get into any situations or thoughts. So it's not easy. It's an everyday process. Sometimes every thought process. If you're thinking negatively, you have to start having the reliance in your mind and the dependency of your will to keep going. So some things aren't easy, but if they get difficult, pick up and talk to a friend who may be going through the same thing. Pick up and talk to your case manager. They will call you back if necessary. And they have to realize if they don't call you back in 15 minutes, they may be dealing with court like you're dealing with today. They may be dealing with talking to another person involved in the program. And so the will and the wants, it's their will and want. It's the court's will and want for you to succeed.
Absolutely. That's the number one goal for everyone that's in the program. We want you to succeed. We understand it's not going to be easy. We understand that you're not going to be perfect, but we want you to succeed. We definitely want you to succeed. And so, Mr. Griffin, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Wilson?
Mr. Wilson is doing great, Your Honor. I did receive a progress report from his counselor, Ms. Stewart. She did also send over the risk assessment. He's a moderate medium risk. He scored a 23 on her risk assessment, so she did take care of that for me. Like he said, he's been attending the treatment. He's been attending the online meetings. He haven't missed any tests. He did make a payment. So, I mean, he's doing really well. I did make a recommendation and staffing to promote Mr. Wilson to phase 2 today. I just think he's doing a great job, and I think he's working really hard, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Griffin. Mr. Reed, Mr. Vikens?
Thank you, Judge. I have no objections to the promotion. I want to congratulate you, Mr. Wilson. You're doing a good job. Keep up the good work. Stay safe. Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, I would certainly have no objection to that promotion. Mr. Wilson has been working the program hard. I think, sir, you have great insight into the process involved and how you fit into that process. So you should be proud of yourself, sir. We are very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Wilson, are you ready to go to phase 2?
Yes, I am.
All right, and so you understand that in phase 2, while you won't see as much of me, you are still expected to work as hard as you've been working and to do the things that you're required to do. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then I need everyone in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Mr. Wilson on his promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, Mr. Wilson. All right. All right. With that, Mr. Griffin, when will Mr. Wilson be returning to court?
Your Honor, that'll be on April the 8th at 8:30 a.m. and that will be in the courtroom.
I'm sorry, say that date one more time.
April the 8th, Your Honor, at 8:30 a.m.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Wilson, we'll see you then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good to see you. Keep up the great work you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. All right, I'm ready on Ms. Hill. Ms. Hill, if you could unmute for me. I have the following matter, Z8066021. Ms. Hill, state your full name for the record.
Natalaja Hill.
All right, how are you this morning?
I'm blessed, Judge. How are you?
I am doing very well, Ms. Hill. All right, we had the opportunity to staff your case, and it's my understanding that you are waiting on an employment opportunity. How's that going?
It's going great.
All right, very good. You're also working on getting that restricted license?
Yes, I am.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Cleveland, I know we talked about in staffing how what assistance would be given with respect to her getting that license. I believe that there were 2 civil infractions that needed to be paid off. Where are we on that, Ms. Cleveland? Is there any change, I should ask?
Your Honor, she did make the payment for one of the civil infractions, and I think we also discussed that she would go into a breakout room with either Attorney Reed or Attorney Fikens. I sent over some information to them by email. Also, I think Ms. Drew sent over an SOS for them to review. So I don't know if you wanted her to do that after her court hearing today or while she's in.
Yes, and so I am going to send her to a breakout room. Let me just finish so that when she comes back, if Mr. Reed or Mr. Fikens needs to update me on the license, they can do it either in court or they can do it in staffing, okay? How does that work? That works?
Yes.
All right, very good. Also, Ms. Hill, it's my understanding that did you finish ARMS or did you go to ARMS?
Yes, I did. I went this weekend.
Tell me about it, Ms. Hill. What happened at ARMS?
ARMS was actually a great thing, actually. The staff, they wasn't prepared for us, but we made the best of it. It was actually a great program.
Why weren't they prepared for you? They knew you were coming?
We didn't have any hot water. We didn't get breakfast they hadn't had their staff meeting pretty much. No one was, the lectures was great. Everybody, the ladies were wonderful. It was just the overall Mr. Haynes staff, nothing was really actually ready for us per se. Like I said, we didn't have any hot water. When we did have lunch on Saturday, it was late. Sunday, we didn't have breakfast at all. They ran out of,
that's not good.
they ran out of beverages and stuff. Yeah, it was, but the group that was there was the best. Everybody, when it came to working together and just keeping everybody from getting upset about the stuff that we didn't have, it was fun actually.
All right, tell me what you learned from ARMS, and we'll make sure we just go, Ms. Cleveland, just let Mr. Bodaya know that there were some concerns about the amenities, because it's important. Yeah, but he needs to know that I know. And so, Ms. Cleveland, I want to make sure that we touch base with him on that. And maybe there's some explanation behind it, but I think it's important that providers know when we're aware of issues or concerns that are raised, because I never want to give the impression that we throw our people away just because they're getting services from a third party provider. So
Yes,
if you could touch base with Mr. Bodaya on that, or have Mr. Morgan touch base with him, that would be great. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Tell me something you learned while you were there.
That just because a person doesn't know you, they can still lift you up, and you can still work together on whatever it is. You can talk to anybody actually that has positive energy.
Okay. You met really people there that you didn't know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Everybody. I only seen one person there that I see when I go to drop, but everybody was a stranger to everybody, but you couldn't tell. You really couldn't tell. It was like after 30 minutes of being there, everybody was like, we knew each other for a lifetime. And I actually had my own little session with a couple of the ladies that was in my bunk. They asked me to pray for them, gave me their number so I told them to call me, because some of them was having mental breakdown about dealing with it. And it's like, it's up to you if you really want to change your life, and nobody can do it for you. The system is helping, but what you gonna do after you off the system is the outcome.
Right. So Ms. Hill, what did you learn about the substance or the thing that brought you into 36th District Court? What did you learn?
Basically my surroundings, and I learned that during COVID, and that was a blessing for me. Just it's up to you. Everybody can hear your problem, but if you stay in the same situation and stay in the same surroundings, the problem's gonna stay there. You have to change. It's just something you have to do. You can be friends from a distance. You don't have to socialize all the time with those people that you were with when you got in trouble. And it wasn't hard for me. It wasn't hard for me.
But did you learn something about yourself? Because you can't just be the people that you're around. I mean, you have to do that inventory, right? But what did you learn about yourself, if anything?
That I'm strong enough to stay away. Like I can say, I don't want to go here today. I don't need to go this way. I can stay at home. I enjoy my peace. I enjoy the non-hollering, the not smell of alcohol when you wake up. Like, I enjoy it. So I learned that I don't have to drink, and it's not bothering me. It has not bothered me at all in one bit. Like, I won't even go back to work. I'm not even going back to work as a bartender. So that's another thing I chose to change. Yep.
All right. All right. Wonderful. And so, Ms. Cleveland, during our staffing, you asked about, because Ms. Hill is doing so well, she's not missing any screens, she's had all negative screens, you have asked me to consider reducing her testing to one time random per week. And so, Ms. Hill, how do you feel about that? Are you ready for that?
Yes, just because I'm catching the bus to the city, so that's the only thing. That's it.
All right. And so one of the things that I said to all of the case managers is that when they make the request for me to reduce the testing of an individual. That does not mean that you will not get a call from your case manager saying, the judge wants you to go and test today. Doesn't mean that. Because at any time, I can tap the case manager and say, call Ms. Hill, call whomever, and have them go test today. And you must get up and go test. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that when I reduce testing, you are responsible for making sure that your case manager can contact you at all times. So if you choose to keep a full voicemail, if you choose to not pay your cell phone bill, if you choose to not answer your phone, if you choose to do any of those things, just understand it's a choice. And you'll have to deal with the consequences of that choice, because it's not going to excuse you, because your case manager should be able to contact you at all times. And so I want to make sure that everybody knows that, so that there are no issues. And so, Ms. Hill, I am going to reduce your testing to 1 time, random per week, of course, unless I ask Ms. Cleveland to have you go and test an additional time. And so you've earned it. You have done very, very well. And I expect nothing less going forward. How about that?
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Ms. Cleveland, what else do you want to tell me about Ms. Hill?
She's doing very well, and I'm going to be contacting her about her remaining balance for the court as far as her fees. So I'll talk to her after court today.
All right. Very good. Very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, is there anything you'd like to say? I'm going to give her return to court date, and then I'll place one of you in a breakout room with Ms. Hill.
No, Judge. Congratulations, Ms. Hill. You're doing a great job. I have no objections to reducing the testing to random once a week. I know you come in for Flint, and you've been doing it accurately and positively. So no objections. And Judge, I'll go in the breakout room if the court would like it.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Fikens, was there anything else you wanted to add?
Very quickly, Your Honor, Ms. Hill, we are proud of you. Congratulations on all that you do. We, as Mr. Reed says, be safe out there. And I certainly have no objection to reducing her testing to once a week, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. Ms. Cleveland, what will the return date be for Ms. Hill?
April 15th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
All right. Very good. Did you get that, Ms. Hill?
Did she say April 15th?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Tax day. So if you're getting a refund and you have a balance at 36th District Court, we don't mind you paying out of your tax refund. I just wanted to give that little public service announcement. All right. Ms. Hill, I'll see you then. I'm going to open the breakout rooms, and you all should receive an invitation to breakout room number 1. Have a good day.
Have a
All
great
right.
day.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. I am ready on Ms. Knowles. Oh, I don't see Ms. Knowles. I'm going to keep moving. I am ready on Ms. Smith. Tara Smith.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Smith. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I forgot I had 2 Smiths. I'm sorry, Daisha. I saw you. All right, it's Tara Smith. All right. I have the following for Tara Smith. Yes. I have case number 1906074001. How are you today, Ms. Smith?
I'm doing really well.
All right, tell me what that means that you're doing really well.
So my boss at my new job that I'm at, I've been here over a year, and she knows about my court case. She knows about that I'm in AA. She knows about the sobriety. She knows everything. And we just sat down and had my annual review, and it was really emotional because she's really noticed a change in me. And she just went on and on about how proud she is of me, and it was really great to hear.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything that you can share with us that she noticed was a change in you?
She just said I'm present. She told me that I'm fearless, which I didn't think was a quality that I had anymore without alcohol, but apparently she just sees things that I don't see in myself, which is really cool. When you're working and doing everything in the program and then other people notice things about you and bring it to your attention, it feels really good.
Yes, wonderful. You should be so proud of yourself. How are you feeling about your sobriety? Does it feel good? Are you enjoying it? Tell me a little bit about that.
I'm good. I feel better than I've ever felt. It was pretty bad for me the last year of drinking. It was really bad for me. So just to turn things around, like other people have said, changing your whole surroundings. I had to switch up my people, places, things. And I mean, COVID playing into that helped because there was a lot of time that I didn't even have the option to go out and do anything. So, but it takes time before you really start to enjoy it and see progress. So it did for me anyway, but.
Very good. What has been the most difficult part of this journey so far for you?
Dealing with the self-doubt and just, I mean, I'm an alcoholic, so years and years and 20 years of that being a big part of my life, there's a lot of self-doubt and a lot of, I have a lot of imposter syndrome at work, or just feeling confidence in yourself again has been a real journey for me and will continue to be. So it's not a short, easy process.
That's right. That's right. Did you finish reading the book, Love Has No Fear?
I did.
What'd you think of it?
It was good. I got everybody in the group to read it too. I think a lot of what we go through together, people in the program, a lot of it goes back to fear. So it just talks about letting go of all that fear and making more room for love in your life. So
yes, it's a very good read, a very good read. And so I don't know if I told you I had that book, and when you shared with me, I had to go dig it out. I'm like, I know I have that book. And I just went through, I read a lot and I take a lot of notes in the book. You know, depends on what's going on in my life. And so I was reading some of my notes, and you're right. Fear will make you do some strange, unusual things that you thought you would never do. And so that you never even imagined you were capable of doing. And it stems from fear. And so if you just need something to read, it's a great read for the courtroom. Love Has No Fear. And so, yeah. And that includes the people that you surround yourself with. When they love you, they can dispel some of that fear, right?
Yeah.
And or help you on that journey. And so it's an excellent read. And I'm glad you had the opportunity to read it and you've shared it with others. So what do you need us to help you with, Ms. Smith, if anything?
I'm good. My therapy is going really well. I'm in 2 groups now. So our next group, not tonight, but probably next Thursday, I'm going to bring a topic. So I'll get to read for a little bit what I've written about it. And I'm going to talk about like time and the value of time.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. Mr. Yancey, what do you want to tell me about Ms. Smith?
Well, Your Honor, Ms. Smith, she's currently embracing our program. She's embracing her sobriety. She's feeling the benefits of that through her employment, through her surroundings, through how she feels internally. So we're pretty happy for her. Obviously she's going to therapy and her meetings. Screenings have been great. And we have sprinkled we've started some community service, so that's good. We've talked about some payments. So she's progressing quite well. I think within 1 or 2 more court hearings, we might even be talking about progressing to another phase in our program. So she's doing well, Your Honor. And we're also going to talk about having her therapist come on with her in the morning and just share with us for a couple of minutes how well she's doing. So at this time, we're really pleased.
All right, very good. I do see in my notes that Ms. Smith may be eligible for a driver's license in December of 2020. What happened with your license, Ms. Smith, or do you have your license?
No, I need to get a hearing set with the Secretary of State. So I have to fill out the paperwork and get a hearing with them to get it back. So I haven't done that yet, no.
No. Mr. Reed, chime in, please.
No, Ms. Smith, I believe this is your second drinking and driving case. And if that's the case, you might be eligible for restricted license through drug treatment court. And it would be to your benefit to apply through drug treatment court rather than trying to get it on your own. So,
Okay.
Judge, if she is eligible, I mean, if the court is approves
You
it.
don't take that hat off in my courtroom, Mr. Smith, I promise you. I'm sorry, go ahead, Ms.
If the court approves it, Mr. Yancey could refer her to the Secretary of State to see whether or not she is eligible for a restricted license through drug treatment court. She's been with the program a while, and I think she's doing a pretty good job. And it wouldn't hurt just to test the water to see if she is eligible through drug treatment court.
All right. And so, Mr. Yancey, that's exactly what I'd like you to do. So, Mr. Reed and Mr. Fikens, you can correct me if I'm wrong. The process that you're about to engage in with the Secretary of State, this is your second drinking and driving. It is going to be very difficult for you to get a driver's license, okay? And so the better route is to get it through drug treatment court, especially since you've been doing everything that you're supposed to do. There are some prerequisites that you have to meet before I will refer you or recommend to the Secretary of State to give you a restricted license, like paying your fines and costs in full and things of that nature. However, we have had a 100%, at least since I've been here, success rate of when I recommend to the Secretary of State that someone gets a restricted license, that they get it, okay? So don't do that process. You wanna go through drug treatment court and get the restricted license. So Mr. Yancey, I know she's been with us since October, but she's done exceptionally well. I'd like for you to refer her to find out if she's eligible for the restricted license and then get her ready so that she can be in position to get that restricted license. Because at this point, she's been with us long enough to be considered for.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. Mr. Fikens, is there something you'd like to add with respect to Ms. Smith?
Only, Your Honor, that Ms. Smith, you're doing a great job. I certainly concur in the recommendation to go through us to get your driver's license, and keep up the great work. We're very proud of you. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Ms. Smith, do you have any questions for us or for the team?
I don't. We'll
No.
talk about the license thing with Mr. Yancey offline. So I'm excited. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Yancey, when do you have Ms. Smith coming back?
Yeah, and I have her coming back April 5th at 8:30.
All right, at 8:30, and that will be on Zoom, Ms. Smith, okay?
Okay. Did you say the 5th?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Keep up the great work you're doing, okay? Proud of you.
Bye.
All right. I'm ready on Ms. Griffin Orlando. If you could unmute for me. I have the following, case number 2007-081-SD, and that's for Ms. Griffin Orlando. Could you state your full name for the record, please?
Teresa Griffin Orlando.
Good morning to you, Ms. Griffin Orlando.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Whew. I'm well. I'm running a little late because I'm supposed to be walking my granddaughter to school, but I called them in, told them she's running late, so it's okay.
Okay, just make sure, Ms. Griffin Orlando, because I know everybody has stuff that's going on. If you could call in early, I try to turn on the screen at least 15 minutes before court starts so that people that have stuff to do, they can come on early and get in the rotation, okay?
I did, and then it kept saying waiting for some reason because I was on by.
Right, because I hadn't turned on. I turn it on usually by 15 minutes before court starts.
Okay, no
Okay?
problem. It's no problem.
All right.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well, you're doing well, according to Mr. Griffin. You have a sponsor. You've moved into your apartment. How's that going?
It's going well. I'm still not able to drive yet, so I'm still waiting on the Secretary of State to get me my paper. I think because I did a change of address, that's why it's taking a little bit longer. So it's okay. So I just stay with my daughter during the week, and then I can go over there on the weekends, and because I have to, they have to take me places and things. But I did get my 3-month sobriety chip last night.
All right, congratulations. Yeah, wonderful. Very good, very good. How do you feel about that, Ms. Griffin Orlando?
I feel really strong. I feel very strong because I did have a friend come visit me, and they're like, "Hey, I heard you moved into a new apartment here. Let's have a glass of wine and a shot of whiskey." And I was like, "No, I can't." And my counselor said, "Well, did they still drink it?" And I said, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh my God, that was a big test for you." And I said, "Yeah, it was." I said, "But I did it."
You did it, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just wine and whiskey. Okay. All right. That's how we celebrate the new apartment. All right. Look, you did it. You did it. You did. You tell your friend I said be a little more considerate.
I know. And my friend, they just couldn't believe that they kept drinking. I was like, well, that's just the way they are. And I said, I have to accept that. I'm going to have some friends that just don't get it. And it's okay. It's okay if they want to do that. Go ahead, try to challenge me, but it's not going to affect me. I'm the strong person, and I'm the person who I am today.
Yes. And look, that's a great challenge because you're right. A great lesson to learn at this time, because you're right. As you go through life, you are going to find and encounter people that, are not on the same page with you where you are in your stage in life. And so you can't write everybody off, right? You'd be very, very lonely. So you have to learn how to be able to be who you are, irrespective of who you're dealing with, right?
Yep.
Very, very good. How's the sponsor working out for you?
She's doing well. We are doing a women's book. It's like 12 steps to women.
Oh, really? Are you able to tell us anything that's different? I haven't seen 12 or heard anybody talk about 12 steps for women.
I'm trying to think. It just talks the language of how it does, because some of the language I didn't agree with, that I'm empowering this. Well, I like the word surrender. I'm surrendering myself instead of being, uncontrollable, so I feel that I like that word a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't like that I'm not in control, because it's just about, well, I'm surrendering myself. That I
yes. Very good. Very good. Now, I'm going to go on Amazon and put in the 12 steps for women.
No, I'll have to. I will let Brian know what the name of it is. I don't have it right here with me right now, but I will send it to Brian. It's a women's book about the 12 steps, though.
Okay, make sure you send it to him, because I would like to read it. Because I always I like reading self-help books and all those good things, and so I'd like to read it because I've not heard of it.
It has a workbook that goes with it.
Very good. Very good.
Yes.
So I hope the courtroom understands that it doesn't matter where you are in life. You never stop learning or wanting to learn or to improve yourself. None of us are perfect. Just because we have titles and paychecks and all of those things that may appear to represent that we're perfect. Trust me, we are imperfect people.
Yep.
And so always seek to better yourself and to learn more, because it'll help you in life. I just feel like the day I stop learning, I don't know what'll happen to me. I don't know. I always want to learn something, looking for something every day. What can I learn?
Right.
What can I be taught? Because I'm still teachable. Absolutely. All right. So now you've given me another assignment. Mrs. Smith gave me the one, Love Has No Fear. And I had to go pull it out and read all my notes. And then now I'll have to do the 12th step or read the book for women.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. What do you need us to help you with, Miss Griffin Orlando?
And nothing at this time. I think everything's right on track. I don't been doing all my drug testing, doing the counselor and everything else that I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm
Very
just
good.
taking day by day still.
All right, Mr. Griffin, I believe there's a recommendation you want to make.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Griffin Orlando has been doing very well. I did talk to her counselor, Ms. Kerbeck. She sent a progress report stating that she's doing well. She did do assessment. She hasn't sent it over yet, but the preliminary results is that Ms. Griffin Orlando was a low risk FARS, and that she has been working very hard towards her sobriety. So she's in good standards. She did pay all her costs in full. She is waiting on a restricted license, so that should be coming in the mail soon. So my recommendation was to promote Ms. Griffin Orlando to phase 2 today, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Griffin Orlando, no objections from the team. Come on, let's celebrate. Miss Griffin Orlando, congratulations to you. I know this has not been easy. I know it hasn't. Yes. Yes, I know it hasn't been easy, but you're doing it, and you should be so proud of yourself. So proud of yourself. Even just what you said to us a few minutes ago about not drinking to celebrate the new apartment. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikes, what do you want to say about Miss Griffin Orlando?
Congratulations, Ms. Griffin Orlando, on the promotion. You're doing a great job. And I just wanted to say on Tuesday, we had a participant, and when he was talking to the court, he indicated a couple of things that he had recently learned. And one thing he learned was what you just said. He learned to surrender himself. He learned to be humble. And so you're in a good place, Ms. Griffin Orlando. You're doing a good job. We are proud of you. Keep up the good work and be safe. Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Ms. Griffin Orlando, you are doing a great job. Congratulations on this promotion. It is well deserved. You've been working hard at this program. It's obvious. Keep up the great work. We're proud of you. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Miss Griffin Orlando, you're in phase 2, so that means you're not going to see as much of me, but I'm just encouraging you to stay on track, continue to do what you're doing. If you need us, I know Mr. Griffin is very much so accessible to you, but also you have the option of dropping into the courtroom or dialing in. We're here. We start a little bit late on Wednesdays because I do a different specialty court on that day, but we're here. We all want you to succeed, okay?
Yep, thank you.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Griffin, what's the return to court date?
Your Honor, that'll be April the 8th at 8:30 a.m.
All right, very good. We'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care.
All right.
Okay, take care. Okay, what's going on, y'all? Y'all making me nervous.
All right, Rebecca, let's go. I'm gonna call Mama. Let her know we're going right now.
You gotta sign off, Miss Griffin Orlando. All right, tell me again. She's out. She's out there. All right, I'm ready on Mr. Williams. Where are you, Mr. Williams? Now, he been cheering all morning.
You know I'm on top of this.
You need me?
No, you know I'm on top of this.
Oh, I know you are.
I already texted Lieutenant Johnson.
So where is she?
Ms. Robbins is outside standing.
All right, we've got some stuff going on this morning, y'all, but it's specialty court. We're special around here. Come on, Mr. Williams, where are you? Unmute yourself.
How you guys doing?
There you are. All right, let me place your case number on the record. I have case number 200-559-4801. State your name for the record.
Juan Williams.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great.
Very good. It's good to see you. Things are going well with you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell me what you've been doing since the last time I've seen you.
Well, I've been going to my AA Zooms. I'm hosting. I'm doing some of my community service, giving back, and I will be giving out.
Lake Ridge? You're doing it at Lake Ridge?
No, I was doing it, going to do it over there. I'm going right around the corner from my house. Miss Green approved it. So I go to right here to St. Suzanne's, and I will be giving out hams on the 26th. So anybody welcome to come over and get a ham. Free clothes too.
Y'all know I don't eat meat, so you see my face? All right, Mr. Williams, what else have you been doing?
Just staying grounded on what I need to do. One thing this thing has, I didn't have no guidance, and structure. It's brought me a lot of structure. Thank you, Ms. Cleveland, my mother, you. I hear so many stories about, the judge, everything. I say, well, if you're following directions, you should have no problem. I talk to a lot of guys problem stuff, and they be like, man, you be in and out of here. I say, yeah, don't get on the problem. We ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with the judge or nothing like that. So I ain't got to do nothing but come here and blow and drop, and I can go home. I ain't here to argue with nobody after that. OG, I want to be like you. I ain't no OG. I'm 41 years old. First.
And that's not old, Mr. Williams. You are much younger than I am, so that is very young. How about that?
And I want to congratulate my partner, my brother, Ernest. He goes to my Step in the Nine meeting with me. He's come a long way with me too. My strength from him. So I really appreciate that, brother. And I also talked to him on the phone.
Good, very good. That connectivity with people who are in the same struggle and doing the right thing, that is so important. So important. All right, tell me something you've learned in those meetings that you've been to since the last time I've seen you.
I was so angry at myself for putting myself back in this situation again. This time around, I'm going straight through it and being grounded and being structured and having these guidance. And I was so afraid of people like in this world, because I know some people is out here to tend to hurt you. But when I go to these AA meetings like Ernest, my sponsor, guys that I just talked to randomly, like yesterday I went downtown to 36, paid more on my probation stuff. I got it down all the way down to 210. And I was just sitting there kicking it with a younger guy. He's like, man, talking to me. Got talk to me like this. You know, I'm more of a people person now. And thanks to this, I did come in this situation though, because I ain't had no guidance and I was going out the world backwards, you know. So June 12th, I'm gonna have this graduating. So I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah, your daughter, how beautiful. Yes, sir. And she will need her father to be sober and to give her some sound advice, and not only just tell her or give her advice, but to live it. That's what she's going to be listening to.
Oh, my daughter, when the situation happened, I was crying so much to her and telling her about the stuff that I was going through. She said, I never knew that. She said, I loved you either you was drunk or sober. It didn't matter to me as long as I had my daddy. And he always talked to me. And that meant a lot. So I'm grateful.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, she's going to appreciate you being sober for those critical moments in her life. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I had an all A and B student from 3 different academies, from the east side, Middletown, to the west side. So the rest of the academy, right? So I'm grateful that I'm a man of my word, and like my father, you know, having all these kids, and I could be a mentor to my own kid. My daddy wasn't really there for me like that, so that kind of bothered me and took a toll on my life a little bit too as I was growing and growing. But today I got my strength, and I made my amends. He made his amends with me, and I'm able to move on. But I'm just glad I got that structure with my daughter, so she could see. She's not really into boys. She had one boyfriend through high school, and they still together. And I'm so grateful for him, you know, because he's the type of guy that opened the doors for her. I'm glad that she didn't meet a guy like I used to be, you know. So I'm grateful.
Yes. Very good, Mr. Williams. Very good. Is there anything you need us to help you with to keep you on track?
You know what? I got my strength. And I'm going on. I'm moving strong, you know. So holding on like the song. I got my family and my mother and my girl and my daughter and my sister. They strengthens me every day. Even I do have a bad day. I've had some, you know, my lady and I had a death in her family. I'm not too long ago. I don't have those urges or the desires to drink when I'm going through something. I'm not one of them type of person that's gonna be weak like that. And one thing I do know about the program, it's not for the weak. And if you're weak, you're gonna fall. I had a lot of guys that was in my meetings or 3-4 different meetings I go to fell off, and you know, all I could do is faith in my word and turn my like I told God.
There you go. There you go. All right, Miss Cleveland. Let me hear from you, Miss Cleveland.
Your Honor, he's doing very well. He's in phase 2. It's been 43
Yes.
days in. He's on a good path of progress. He started doing his community service. Thank you for updating us on your new location and contacting Ms. Green and letting her know. Thank you. And he's also told me he's prepared to do arms at the next section that they have up there.
Okay.
So we talked about that. Mr. Williams have given me good goals, personal goals that he's trying to obtain, and he's consistent with his testing. You know, he completed his Pam's Place substance abuse therapies, but he's remaining connected with his recovery coach, Mr. Ager. I think he's pronounced Mr. Ager, and he's doing well.
Very good. All right. Very good. Mr. Vikings, Mr. Reed, anything you'd like to add?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Mr. Williams, good report. You always have such a positive attitude. Keep up the good work. You understand what recovery is about. You have a great relationship with your family, your brother, your daughter. That's all good to hear. And you're giving back to the community. Give out those hams. Give out those hams. Thank you. Thank you, Thank you, Mr. Williams. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Williams, you do have a great attitude and a great approach, not only to this sobriety, but to life in general. We're very proud of you. You've really got great insight and great determination. Keep up that great work, sir. We are proud of you. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Miss Cleveland, when do you have Mr. Williams coming back?
I have Mr. Williams coming back for a face-to-face on April 8th at 9:30 a.m.
All right, very good. Until then, Mr. Williams, keep up the great work that you're doing.
Got a pen.
Oh, what is he showing us? I don't know what that is. Is that your sobriety? No, that's a plaque. We can't read it. I can't hear you.
I have 1 year clean, and tomorrow is my anniversary again.
Yes.
Why? Yeah! Congratulations!
Yes.
Congratulations. You should be so proud of yourself. Keep working. Keep working. It's paying off. All right. I'm going to see you. Well, Miss Cleveland's going to see you April 8th at 9:30. And then we'll go from there, Mr. Williams. We're here if you need us, okay?
Thank you guys so much.
All right. Good to see you. Take care. All right. You need to see me. Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Johnson said, she gonna have to get her home.
Miss Smith is on. Wait, why is Daisha Smith on? Is Miss Smith on my docket?
Can you come back to Ms. Smith?
I will come back to Miss Smith.
Ms. Robinson outside.
All right, very good. I'll come back to Daisha Smith. But she wasn't on my docket. Miss Smith, you doing what you're supposed to do, right? Just shake your head. Yes or no? Okay. All right. You know, I get nervous when you show up on my docket and you shouldn't be. All right. And then I have Mr. Hickman. And then I don't know who's on with the GG. I can't really see who you are. And I don't have anybody on my docket with the name GG.
Gregory Grunwald.
Oh, Mr. Grunwald. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Let's do it. Let's do Mr. Hickman right now. Mr. Hickman, if you could unmute for me. I have the following. Okay. I have the following matter, 19046-48701 for Dennis Hickman the third. Mr. Hickman, state your full name for the record.
Dennis Hickman III.
All right. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, Judge. How about yourself?
I am doing very well. It's good to see you on this morning. You're smiling. What's going on with you?
Well, just same old, living life, and things are going really well. So I'm really happy.
All right. Very good. I know that you've completed your treatment. How are you doing with respect to maintaining? What's working for you? Tell me a little bit about that.
Maintaining's actually been easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be a little more difficult at first, but it really hasn't been hard at all. The cool thing about the Zoom meetings is you can like go anywhere around the world. So I've seen some interesting things with some of these NA meetings around the world.
Anywhere interesting you've been?
Amsterdam.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
All right. Did you learn anything from the meeting?
Not really, but it was because some of them some people were speaking different languages, so it was a little difficult, but.
All right. Have you learned anything from any other meetings that you've gone to?
Yes. Forgiveness. I had to learn to forgive myself. That's been a big thing. A lot of issues that I have. I kind of tend to blame myself for other for the way I'm treated, I guess you could say. And so that was a hard thing to accept. Was I need to learn to forgive myself before I can forgive anybody else.
Yes, yes. Very good, very good. Have you had any challenges with respect to working the program since the last time I've seen you?
No, ma'am.
None?
None.
Okay. Nothing you need us to help you with? Nothing you need us to help you work on to keep you on track?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I'm doing pretty good.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, what else would you like me to know about Mr. Hickman? I know we talked about some opportunities that I want you to have him explore, and so I'm counting on you to do that. When you all do your one-on-one time, because he is in phase 2. And so, is there anything else?
We're just going to work on find him a spot to get some community service done. Other than that, he's really on track with a lot of things that he's already done. He's maintaining with the screening, and he's doing pretty well. I have some other things that we can explore as far as programming, but he's so far he's maintaining. I think the NA is kind of keeping him grounded. So far he's doing pretty well.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens.
Yes, thank you, Judge. Mr. Hickman, a good report. I remember when you signed your contract and we talked about the fact that you weren't from Detroit and you had family in Florida and Chicago, but you're working the program here. You're doing a good job. You're not alone. I like the fact that you're zooming around the world. I believe in travel by Zoom. Try Australia. Try California. I've heard they have some good meetings out there. Be safe. Be safe, Mr. Hickman. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Hickman, Mr. Reed, as you can tell, loves when people go to AA meetings around the world. He told you about Australia because they speak English out there, and sometimes they speak English in California too. So that's why he's encouraging for those meetings out there. But keep up the great work, sir. You're doing a great job, and we're very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fikens.
All right, very good. If nothing else, you have any questions, Mr. Hickman?
Nope, not at this time, Your Honor.
No questions? All right. Mr. Yancey, when do you have Mr. Hickman coming back? Wait, how many times are you testing random per week, Mr. Hickman?
Twice.
All right. And no issues, right?
Nope.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, Mr. Yancey, when do you have Mr. Hickman coming back?
Yeah, and I have him coming back April 8th for a face-to-face.
All right, so that'll be April 8th at 9:30 a.m., Mr. Hickman, and you and Mr. Yancey will work out the details of that. Keep up the good work that you're doing. It's good to see you. And I'm looking forward to hearing about some progress on some things that I told Mr. Yancey I want you all to work at. Okay?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right, take care.
Thanks, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Mr. Grunwald, if you could unmute for me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was Neil Smith that was next. I'm sorry. Mr. Smith. Now, Neil Smith, you came into my courtroom with that hat on, and then you took the hat off and had a do-rag on. Where are we going with that? Take all of that off before you come into my courtroom.
Yes, ma'am. Watch them all. Oh, sorry. Yes, ma'am. I apologize. I apologize.
Okay. You see my face?
Yes, ma'am. It's not a good one.
Okay, all right, let's do it. I have the following for Neil Smith. I have case number Z8066171. State your full name for the record for me, Mr. Smith.
Neil Chris Smith V.
All right, Mr. Smith, how are you today?
I'm really good. I'm super good.
You super good? Tell me what's going on with you. You know all the stuff I want to be updated on. What's going on with you?
I'm 6 months sober. So
come on, cool. Very good. Yeah, Mr. Smith. That is wonderful.
Yes, ma'am.
That is wonderful. All right, what else is going on with you?
Working. I've been working. I've going to my AA, doing my classes, dropping clean, having smoked, having drink, taking care of my dogs. I got, my dogs, take care of them. Been working stuff out with my wife lately, so that's cool.
I'm writing that down. Hold on, let me make that note. Working stuff out with his wife. All right, go ahead, Mr. Smith. What else have you been doing?
Other than that, just really working. Just working.
All right. Are you still going to your seeing your counselor?
Yes, ma'am.
At Guidance Center? How's that going?
Pretty good. We do he gives me a call and we do the Zoom like once every 2 weeks.
All right, and hopefully, all right, and hopefully, Mr. Yancey, that coincides with the treatment plan that they submitted to you about his frequency.
Yeah, it started off much more than that when he first started.
All right, I'm satisfied. All right, very good. And so, Mr. Smith, how difficult has it been for you to stay on track and doing everything you're supposed to do to stay clean and sober?
Not very difficult at all.
Not? All right.
Not very difficult at all, no ma'am.
Tell me something you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
I learned that my choices, the choices I make, they can correspond to others, and not everything I do is just about me. So whenever I'm doing something, then I gotta think about other people. I gotta think about my mom, my family, my wife, my dogs. It's just not about Neil. So, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's not. You never can, especially when people care about you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't make a decision that just impacts you. It impacts everybody who cares anything about you, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have you taken care of business with that other matter that was lingering out there?
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did it work out in your favor?
Yes, ma'am. It actually did.
All right. You can share with me another time about how that, or share it with Mr. Yancey, and he'll update me because I want to make sure that everything is good. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you do your paper on what I asked you to do it on about what you could have done differently?
Yes, ma'am. The two paragraph essay about what I did and how I could have did it differently.
Yes, sir. Are you ready to tell me about that?
It's actually at home. I was supposed to take a picture and send it to Mr. Yancey, but I can email it to him after this, and then he could send it. No.
No, I'm saying, why are we doing this? You knew way back that I needed that paper.
I left it at home. Yes, ma'am. I forgot to upload it to Mr. Yancey. I apologize. Please forgive me, Judge.
Are you going to tell me next time that the dog ate it?
No, next time Mr. Yancey will have it.
All right. I need you today to send that to Mr. Yancey and be prepared to tell me about it when you come back, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Of course, Judge.
All right. Very good. Because I hope you really spent some time thinking about how you got in that situation and what you could have done differently, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I really did. I thought about it a lot.
All right. Very good. What do you think is different about you now, Mr. Smith, than the Mr. Smith that I met when you first came into the program? What's different about you?
I'm more focused. I'm more productive, very, very much more productive. I feel better. I feel better like in my body, I feel better in life. I have goals. I had small goals before, but now I have larger goals. And I'm making the steps to get to my goals and achieve them.
Very good. And you understand that when you start adding substances to that it can get you off track, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I do, Judge.
It can slow you down and make you lazy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I hope you hold on to that thought and not just, just say it, but actually remember it and live by it. That when I start adding substances, I slow myself down. It makes me lazy. I don't dream. I don't get up and go. And because you're doing all those things, Mr. Smith, and I'm proud of you for it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Yancey, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Smith?
Yeah, Mr. Smith, he's doing well. We talk quite frequently, and he's doing about as well as he said. He's, and his screenings show that, especially with the, not only the alcohol but other substances, he's really attacked that as far as not using. So we're really happy, about that. With young people, sometimes it's hard to put down substances that are now thought to be legal. So we really appreciate that. It seems like he's working hard in treatment. So we just want him to continue to pace himself. I know he talked about working on a whole lot of things at the same time, but we're doing pretty good. We're gonna pace ourselves. We're gonna get some payments in. I did send him a correspondence in the mail, which he should get in a couple days, just to help him so he can progress to the next phase on what he needs to do. So far, he's doing really well.
All right, very good. Now, every time I see Mr. Smith, he's at work. He's so busy. Every day he hustling. And so I want to know why we haven't received any payments. Where are payments at, Mr. Smith? You didn't know I knew that song, right? You didn't know I knew that song that surprised you.
I know you know a little something. I was gonna actually pay before I even got on court this morning. I can't, for some reason, I can't find me in the system on there. Do you have my case number? I can write it down.
Can you call me maybe in the PM, because you might not be able to pay online, so we might have to work out something else. That's why I sent you something, but I'll contact you or you contact me in the PM.
Okay, all right, yes, sir, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, you got that, Mr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Attorney Reed, Attorney Fikens, anything you'd like to add?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Mr. Smith, congratulations. You have a good report today. You have a good attitude. We know it's not easy, but you're working the program. Keep up the good work, Mr. Smith, and be safe. Be safe. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Yes,
thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
And if I might add, Your Honor, Mr. Smith, you are doing a great job. You're tenacious about it. You're keeping with it. That's good, and I can tell it's good for you, and it's good for getting through this program too, sir. We are proud of you. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Fikens.
All right, very good. If you don't have any questions, Mr. Yancey, give me a return to court date for Mr. Smith.
Yeah, we're gonna have him come back on April 5th at 9:30 if we could. Just because.
And that'll be a face-to-face?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and so you and Mr. Smith can work out the logistics, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Smith, did you get that date? April 5th, 2021?
Yeah.
Yes, with Mr. Yancey.
Oh, face-to-face with Mr. Yancey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, where you located, Mr. Yancey? You downtown?
No, I'll call you. We'll call each other.
You'll call you.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, so we're not doing it in person yet, okay?
All right, yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Take care, Mr. Smith. Good to see you, and be safe out there, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You have a great day, Judge.
All right, thank you. Okay, Mr. Grunwald, I'm ready for you now. Wait, let me do Mr. Grunwald. Mr. Grunwald, thank you for unmuting. I have case number Z8066981. Please state your full name for the record.
Greg Grunwald.
All right. How are you this morning, Mr. Grunwald?
Doing all right.
You doing all right? Tell me what that means to you that you're doing all right.
I don't know. I lost my job in February, so could be better, but I don't know. I'm hanging in there.
All right. And it's my understanding that you are utilizing your union and the collective bargaining agreement to hopefully secure your job again. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And that may take some time.
Correct.
All right. What are you going to do in the meantime?
I've been thinking about going to a trade school if it's gonna take a while, or maybe just not even accepting an offer if I get called back and just moving up north sometime. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, some things to think about, right?
Yep.
Okay. You seem a little different today. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's just been. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. Is all.
Okay. How can we help you, Mr. Grunwald? When you say you don't know what you're going to do, you're talking about employment or taking care of yourself, those type of things?
Yeah, just for work. Yeah.
All right. And so, Mr. Griffin, this case is assigned to you, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you able to have some conversation with Mr. Grunwald about some possible employment opportunities? I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't go back if your employer calls you back, but I'd like to see you in the meantime so that you don't have to worry about how your bills are going to be paid or all of those things. Maybe finding something to do just while you're waiting to see what's going to happen with your job. What do you think about that, Mr. Grunwald?
Yeah, I've already been looking. I put in. Right, I went to some small engine service shops around my house a couple days ago, and they just told me to call back and probably next month when the service work picks up. So, but yeah, I've been looking.
Oh. All right, wonderful. And I'm going to have Mr. Griffin assist you with that as well, or to provide some leads of some things that we may have some insight on. And then I also heard you say you were thinking about going to trade school. And Mr. Griffin, we may have some leads on that as well with some people who have partnered with us with respect to the skilled trades. And so if we could do that, that would be great. Okay.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Grunwald, are you going to your treatment?
I start outpatient on Tuesday morning, and other than that, yeah, I've been doing my drug test twice a week.
All right. So have you been going to any meetings?
No, I spoke to Mr. Griffin a couple days ago. I didn't know it was. I thought I was going to get some information from you guys on which meetings to attend, but I found out it was just open to me to start attending things. So since I last saw you on these meetings here, I haven't. But a year ago I was going in person, right when it started, before the court cases started.
Okay, I have a different note from staffing, Mr. Griffin, about meetings. So, Mr. Grunwald, am I understanding you that the only thing you've been doing so far is just going for your testing?
Yes,
as far as the program is concerned?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I did refer him. I guess I talked to Mr. Grunwald yesterday. He thought it was specific meetings. I did send him a packet stating, online 12-step meetings. So me and him did have a conversation yesterday. So I told him he needed to start those meetings immediately. We did stop this case. He was having problems getting on the 800 line. I told him to continue to call because they had told him a couple of times that they would call him back. So he finally got an appointment for inpatient treatment for Tuesday, March the 23rd, 2021. at Southgate Garden Center. So I'll make sure I follow up on Tuesday to make sure that he did attend that appointment. And I told him that he must start attending the 12 step meetings twice per week, effective immediately. So me and him did have conversation on yesterday. He signed his contract with us on March the 5th of 2021. So this is his 2-week review, Your Honor.
Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Mr. Grunwald, you're new to the program. Don't get overwhelmed. You're going to be starting out in level 1. In level 1, we ask for 3 things mainly, and that's drug testing, counseling, and your 12-step meetings. Talk to Mr. Griffin. He'll be tremendous help in getting all those things set up. You are new to the program. Don't get overwhelmed. Sorry about your job. I hope you get it back if that's what you want. But we're here to help you, not to hurt you. Thank you, Mr. Grunwald. Thank you. Be safe.
Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Grunwald, I think you got to know that you're stronger than you think you might be. I know this is a hard setback for you. Losing one's job, sometimes it affects people's identity, but hang in there, because this will change. In a month from now, it's going to be significantly different than it is right now today. So keep working the program, keep working your life, keep working at jobs and other things that interest you. Don't forget that's things that you got to keep Mr. Grunewald safe and healthy, and you'll come out of this okay. That I can guarantee you. You'll get a job. You just impress me as a person who has the strength to impress an employer. So keep up the good work, sir. Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Grunwald, I want to encourage you, and thank you, Mr. Fikens and Mr. Reed, for encouraging him. Mr. Grunwald, I want to encourage you to get into your meetings starting today. As a matter of fact, I need you to do a meeting every day for the next 30 days. Let me tell you why. And you're not going in physically, so you'll be able to connect by way of Zoom and do a meeting. And I'm going to tell you why it's important to me that you do meetings. You have a lot on your plate as far as things that have happened, things that have changed in your life. And I would like for you to connect with people who may have gone through the same or similar things as they were starting their recovery journey. And they will be able to encourage you and enlighten you. Because what concerns me is I don't want you to become hopeless in this process. I don't want you to feel like I'm the only one and things have not turned around and they're not going to turn around. You need to hear those stories of people who have hit rock bottom, whether, they were in control of it or not, and they were able to succeed. You need to be able to hear how they got through and how things did get better and how things did eventually start working out for them. And they can say some things to encourage you that maybe I can't say, or your case manager, or even the attorneys. And so that's going to be very, very important that you get into those meetings. And so I'm going to have you do one each day. I know that seems like a lot, but look, for 2 weeks, I'm going to tell you, I'm concerned that because when we come into or accept someone into drug treatment court, there's a reason why I tell people we hit the ground running. It's because you're already dealing with whatever brought you to me and everything else in life. And so what we want to do is start pouring into you some things that can help you, that can enlighten you, that can help you to not become so despondent about the situation that you're in. And so that's why immediately treatment, immediately meetings, and then of course the drops, because that helps us to monitor what's going on. I'm concerned that for 2 weeks, you've not done any of those things. And so I want you to get back on track, or to get on track. And I want you to make sure that you go ahead and start those meetings today. And so I want you to do meetings daily, 1 meeting a day for the next 30 days, okay? Can I get you to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it's going to be so important that you go to your assessment or to your with respect to your outpatient treatment meeting, that you get that done on the 20, I think you said the 23rd, that you get that done. Because you're dealing with some things, and I know that through therapy, through outpatient treatment, they can help you. They can help you navigate these waters. I know they can. And so I really need you to do that on the 23rd. Do I have your commitment to do that?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
All right, very good. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Grunwald?
No.
None for the team?
No.
Is there anything that we can do to help you to get on track?
No, I think.
All right. If you think of something, I want you to reach out to your case manager or even dial into the courtroom. If you think of something that we can do to help you get on track, I want to know about it, okay?
Okay.
All right. Very good. Mr. Griffin, can I get a return to court date for Mr. Grunwald, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring them back on March the 30th, due to the second being a holiday, so I don't want to miss a week. So I'm gonna bring them back on March the 30th, that Tuesday at 8:30 a.m.
All right, very good. And then, Mr. Griffin, I need you to see me about this case later today.
Okay.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Grunwald, no other questions? I'm hoping that things get better. I'm telling you, I'm concerned about you. I am. I'm concerned about you. But I'm concerned in a good way. I'm concerned because I wish you could know what I know. The very thing that Mr. Fikens told you, that you look like you're a person that you can impress an employer, that somebody's going to hire you, that things are going to turn around. I wish you could see what I see, and that's what I'm concerned about. And so that's why I need you to get in those meetings right away. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll see you on the 30th. Take care of yourself and be good to yourself.
Yep.
Okay? All right. Thank you. All right. I am ready on, I believe, Miss Smith was an add-on. Is that correct, Miss Robs? Deja Smith?
Yes, Your Honor.
She was. All right. So let me go to Miss Glenn. Miss Glenn was not an add-on. So let me go to Miss Glenn. Miss Glenn, if you could unmute.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning, Miss Glenn?
I'm hanging in there. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm hanging in there too. State your name for the record.
Lisa Glenn.
All right, Miss Glenn, I have the following for you. I have case number Z8072811. Tell me what you mean by hanging in there. What's going on with you?
Well, I've been stressed out a lot lately. It's just been a lot going on, but I'm not thinking about drinking. So that's the important
Look, you
part.
are hanging in there. That's an excellent thing. Very good. It's been stressful, but you're not drinking. That's a good thing, Miss Glenn. That's a very, Miss Thomas, now you know better than to have a hat on in my courtroom.
I'm sorry. I had my son's birthday party.
No. I'm in the middle of a hearing, so you're gonna have to wait until I finish my hearing. All right. Miss Glenn, I'm sorry about that. Those hats drive me insane. Miss Glenn, you are hanging in there. What do you think is helping you not to drink even in the midst of a crisis?
Because I know that drinking only makes things worse. It never makes things better. It makes it worse. Yes. It'll make me more depressed. It'll get me in trouble with the courts. All type of negativities happen with drinking.
Yes. So you might as well deal with the stuff that's going on to the extent that you can change it, right? And hopefully you have the wisdom to know the things that you cannot change, and you don't spend a whole lot of time toiling with those things and stressing yourself out about them. But look, it's better to deal with those things, which you know, than to drink, and now you have to deal with all of the unknown. You don't know what bag the judge gonna come out of. You don't know, you don't know how depressed you're gonna get from drinking. And so very good. Drinking only makes matters worse. Yes, ma'am. All right. You look better today.
Thank you.
You do. You look like you're doing well. You do. You look like you're doing well. Tell me what's been going on other than, I know you've had a lot of stuff going on, and Mr. Yancey has kind of kept us, updated on your progress. Is there anything else going on that you'd like to share with the court?
Well, I've just been worried because I have my oldest son. He's been in the hospital for about 2 weeks, and it bothers me that I can't go and visit him. Even though I don't think it would be healthy for me to go because I don't want to get sick. I have a low immune system. But I just wish I could be there to let him know that I do care and I am concerned, but I don't have a way there. He's up in Flint, and I don't think that I should be near him.
Okay, I'm hoping that things will work out with your son, but I think you're right that this is not a good time for you to be in the hospital. It's not a good time for you to be at the hospitals. And if there is any other creative way that you can communicate to your son that, look, I love you, I care about you, I'm concerned about you, let's try to do that. Whether it's sending him a note, calling, and hopefully getting a nurse that will have some compassion that can just give him a message, write it on a piece of paper. Your mom loves you. Your mom is concerned about you. Something. Find a creative way to get that message to him, because you can't do anything about not being able to go into that hospital. You know that your health doesn't permit you to do so, right?
Yes.
All right. And as much as you need your son healthy, your son needs you to be healthy. Just in case you have to help him when he gets out of the hospital, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. So find a creative way to get him a message. All right?
Yes.
All right, very good. Things are working out with the home. I know you had some home issues the last couple of times that we were here. Have things worked out at all?
No.
Not at all?
I signed up for a program, but I received an email from them asking for all these different documents. So the man who owns the home, he sent them to me through email yesterday, but I have no way of getting those emails out of my phone to turn them in to the people. I'm so illiterate when it comes to stuff like that.
Mr. Yancey, will you work with Ms. Glenn to transfer those emails from her phone to where she can get them to wherever they need to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I appreciate that. All right, reach out to your case manager. Just Mr. Yancey is a nice guy. So reach out, ask him if he doesn't know, because Mr. Yancey, I wish I knew, because I would tell her, you notice, you see how I shifted that real quick? If I knew, I would tell her, but I don't know. I call my kids for that kind of stuff. Come over here and do this. Don't even tell me how to do it. Just come over here and do it. And so, Mr. Yancey, if he doesn't know, he'll find a way to get that information to you, but we don't want you to give up in that process, okay?
Yeah.
Because if they're asking you for documents, that means they're considering you for something.
Yeah, Judge, if I may, if she can forward them to Mr. Yancey's email or to her own email, then we can be able to print them out. If she can just forward the emails from her phone to like Mr. Yancey's email or to her own email, if she don't have a printer or anything, she can forward them to Mr. Yancey's work email. We'll be able to print them out. So she can go on her phone and just hit forward and put Mr. Yancey's email, and that should be able to take care of the problem where we can at least print them out and give them to her.
Okay, all right. Well, you all work that out with Miss Glenn, because I need her to have those documents for the program that she's being considered for. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. All right, Miss Glenn, tell me something you've learned since the last time I've seen you. Have you learned anything?
I learned that well, it's not I don't know if it's considerable, but I have learned not to worry, to just try to pray on things, because it's out of my control. It's in God's hands,
Yeah.
I kind of knew that already, but I had to reinforce it inside my mind. Yes.
And you have to practice it, right?
Yes.
There you go. Very good. Very good. All right. Mr. Yancey. Oh, I'm sorry. Ms. Glenn, did you attend ARMS in March?
Yes, I did last week.
Tell me all about it. What happened at Arms?
Well, at first I was so negative about going, but I'm so happy that I went. I had a great time. I learned a lot of different things, and it was just a good experience. I stated when I was there that with us not having any television, no telephones, no internet, that sometimes we need to do that at home. Just get away from everything that's around you and take time out to figure out what your plans is and how you're going to stay on the right track, because all those things are distractions. You know, we stay on our phones and TV and all that, but when we didn't have all that, the focus was real.
Yes, absolutely. And as my mother used to say, that's why they accomplish more in one day than we do in 6 months, because we always sitting up somewhere in front of a TV or on a telephone. She used to say that all the time. In my day, I accomplished in one day what you accomplished in 6 months, because you're so distracted. And so as a result, I'm not really a television watcher. I have a couple of stations that I watch from time to time. But very good. Did they treat you well at Arms?
Yes.
All right. No complaints about the facility or the staff?
Not too many. We didn't have any hot water in the shower, and they had a bunch of the times confused, but they said they were just starting back up. So it was a lot of miscommunication. But overall, it was a very good experience. I wasn't able to participate in some of the outdoor activities because as we were taking our walk, my heart started acting up. And so they had to send a ride for me because I couldn't make it up the little hills we were walking up. But I did participate in some activities outside. And then I participated in the ones that I couldn't physically participate in, but I was putting my 2 cents in. And they said that was still considered good participation.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Were you encouraging other people?
Yes.
There you go. Very good. That's very important. Very good. All right. Anything you need us to help you with, Miss Glenn?
I'm trying to get that paperwork in for the house. That's about it.
All right. So between Mr. Griffin and Mr. Yancey, you're going to get that paperwork in, okay?
Yes.
All right. Very good. Mr. Yancey, I believe you have a recommendation as to Miss Glenn. And not before you do that, because I did update my sheet. Never mind. Go ahead on with your report and your recommendation.
Your Honor, Miss Glenn is doing, as well as she can do. We really applaud her for going to Arms this weekend. It was a positive experience for her. And I want to, if I could, just so we can help her just a little bit longer, can we extend her contract?
Do you see Miss Glenn's face? Did you see Miss Glenn's face?
Because
talk with her. Go ahead,
I'll talk with her off because her contract will technically end April 10th. Maybe we can get all this done by then. If we can set her new date for April 10th, then within 2 weeks we'll know how much we can get done. But she's really doing well.
Okay. And is Miss Glenn, in what phase is Miss Glenn in?
She's in phase 3, Your Honor.
All right, she's in phase 3. All right. And so have some conversation. I wish you could have seen Miss Glenn's face. Now, I have in my notes that you were going to recommend her for phase 3. She's already in phase 3?
No, you know what? I am so sorry. I'm looking at my real notes. And that's what I want to do. I want to recommend her for the one of the best phases, phase 3, Your Honor.
All right. Which then you do need to have some conversation with Ms. Glenn because she has to spend the requisite amount of time in phase 3. Yes. And so that may be where the adjustment has to come in for your contract, Ms. Glenn, because today is the 18th of March. I'm going to promote you today because there was no objection from the team. you would have less than a month in phase 3, and we can't do that, okay? It doesn't satisfy the standards of the sobriety court. And so that may be where the adjustment comes in. So keep an open mind. Don't beat Mrs. Yancey up, okay? She's like, I'm gonna think about it, Judge. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Ms. Glenn on her promotion to phase 3. Congratulations, Ms. Glenn. Congratulations. All right. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything you want to add?
Yes, Judge. Congratulations, Ms. Glenn. Promotion to phase 3. You have a very short time. You have a very good attitude, a positive attitude. We respect that. We're proud of you. Keep up the good work. Be safe. Work with Mr. Yancey and Mr. Griffin. They can get that paperwork taken care of for you. And be safe. Thank you. And I want that one other thing. I know your son's going to get better. Keep a positive attitude. Just be safe. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Glenn.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Ms. Glenn, you certainly do have a positive attitude, a great outlook on things. I can tell you have just a warm heart. There's such good characteristics that are going to carry you so far in life. Keep up the great work. Congratulations on your promotion, and we're very proud of you. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. Miss Glenn, if nothing else, I'm gonna see you back. Mr. Yancey, you said April.
We can, now we can do April, she can do April 19th for a face-to-face.
All right, Miss Glenn, does that sound good to you?
Yes.
All right, I'll put it down for 9:30, but it's on April 19th, okay?
Yes.
All right, good to see you. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. You too.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to do Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul was regularly scheduled on my docket. And so, does Mr. Paul need to go in the breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, with whom?
I'll certainly go, Judge, if it's an attorney that you need to speak to.
All right. Mr. Fikens and Mr. Paul, I am going to place you both in breakout room number 2. Please accept the invitation. All right. And then Miss Robs, are you ready to do Daisha Smith?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Good morning, Miss Smith. Let me have you unmute yourself. I didn't bring a sheet for her. That's okay. I'll just take notes on you. All right. I have the following case number 1706128-501 for Daisha Smith. Miss Smith, state your full name for the record. I didn't hear you.
Daisha Smith.
Oh, now I can hear you. Good morning. Now, you know I get nervous when you show up in my courtroom uninvited.
You don't got to do that no more, Miss Judge.
You, okay. Convince me. All right. Miss Robs, what's going on? Why is Daisha Smith in my courtroom and it's not her hearing day?
Yes, Your Honor. I had previously spoken with you via email of some concerns I had regarding Ms. Smith. Ms. Smith had contacted me, Your Honor, in regards to her mom not being able to take care of her children after this week. And that Ms. Smith was trying to, she was looking into other facilities to get into. And one in particular, I would like to speak to you after. I sent an email in regards to the concerns.
You did, and I have the same concerns, and so we're good. That one's off the table.
Thank you, Your Honor. So we're in a position, well, Ms. Smith is in a position, she reports being in a position, Your Honor, that she won't have anyone to take care of her children. And I have some concerns based on, just previous history. I know, Your Honor, that she's ordered to attend inpatient treatment, which she is an inpatient right now. She's at Naomi's Nest.
Girl, hold on. Miss Thomas, I'm gonna turn your camera off. Because, ma'am, if you stuff another ho-ho cake down your throat in my courtroom, I don't know what I'm
I am so sorry. I didn't even know my camera was on.
Mute yourself back, Miss Thomas. Mute yourself. I'm in the middle of a hearing. All right. I'm sorry, Miss Robs, go right ahead.
So it's just some concerns, Your Honor, just based upon, we've seen this in the past. I know she, in regards to when Deja don't have anyone to take care of her kids, and how this starts to impede on her treatment, her progression of her treatment. I did speak to Miss Wusu, which is her clinical therapist at Naomi's Nest. Miss Smith has been approved for 90 additional days of treatment. To continue to work on, herself, her progression, and get better and have more stability for her children, Your Honor. Lake Ridge, I spoke with Lake Ridge. Lake Ridge indicated, Your Honor, that they would be willing to accept Miss Smith back, but it's upon a successful completion of Naomi's Nest. I think that just, being honest, Your Honor, I don't think that there is an urgency. I'm just, just based upon, again, just previous patterns. I don't know what the circumstances is. It's just that my outlook in, it would be a hindrance to her if she goes somewhere else when she's done so much progress, and is working towards everything that the court has mandated her, which in turn is her own mental stability, her own recovery process, and working towards her own recovery before she can get in a position to be stable enough to take back on the responsibility of her children. So I bring that to the court's attention, Your Honor, because it just does concern me. Again, we've seen a pattern with Miss Smith where she does well. I get concerned, Your Honor, when she does well, that the possibility of a spiral may occur, because we've been there and have had these instances in the past. So I just wanted to bring this to the court's attention before, any issues may or possibly arise, and the concern that she stated she doesn't have anyone to take care of her kids after this week, and looking for direction, Your Honor, on how to move forward with Ms. Smith.
Have you had any conversation with Mrs. Smith, with Deja Smith's mother?
No, I haven't, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And so other than Lake Ridge, because Ms. Smith didn't do very well at Lake Ridge, are there any other alternatives, and not the one that I've indicated is off the list? Are there any other alternatives where she can go and bring her kids, and then we can start transitioning Ms. Smith to independent living with her children so that she's not bouncing all around with those babies?
Yes, Your Honor. To my understanding, there is a place, Miss Alice Johnson has a facility that Miss Smith may be able to go to with her children.
Okay. And so do you know the name of it, or do you have information on it? Have you used it before?
I personally have not used it before. I believe that Miss Cleveland has used this facility in the past. I believe it's Sunshine Home.
Sunrise, maybe.
I apologize, Your Honor. Sunrise.
Okay. So I want to hear from Deja, but it sounds like, let me just say this to you, Miss Smith. Miss Robs asked me to see you because she's concerned. Your kids have been in and out, back and forth. And you know that stability, okay, 1 second. This is. So Ms. Robs is concerned because when kids are unstable in that way, it's not good for them, okay? So then when they get with you, they've been exposed to some stuff, and that's not good. And so then they go from here and they go to there. So what I'd like to see, because you have refocused, and I'm very proud of you, Ms. Smith, I am, that you have shifted your focus to working on you. You've shut out all of these other folks, these extra people that you were inviting into your life, and these extra people that you were, just dealing with. And you've really been focused on you, and I'm very proud of you. And so what I imagined is that our next conversations would be about you finishing your treatment, finishing working on you, because working on you is more than 30 days, it's more than 60 days. It just is. You a piece of work, we all are, and it takes time. But what I imagined was that our next conversation would be transitioning you into independent living, stable independent living with your children so that they're not bouncing all around. And so, but Ms. Robbs is concerned because right now you're not ready for independent. Right now, the kids are good where they are. And it sounds like there is somewhere else that you're able to go. Ms. Robbs, you will need to work that out and then get back to me, because I need to make sure we're talking about the same place and that the amenities are good. It's conducive for sobriety. It's conducive for children to thrive. And then we start transitioning you, getting you prepared to go into independent living. And so, do you understand why you were brought to my courtroom today?
Somewhat, but when I first got here, I was informed that I was only supposed to do 45 days here. Now, the situation where my mother is, she works full time.
Hold on, Ms. Smith, let me stop you there, because I don't want you to leave to carry on with any misinformation. When you go to inpatient treatment, initially, there may be a time block that the state says we can only keep them 28 days. We can only keep them 45 days. But this court has never said to you, you are only going to be there 45 days. Because I don't do that with respect to treatment. Because I leave it to the professionals to determine what's necessary to help the individual, okay? So if you had that in your mind, you put it there, and so you're gonna have to remove it, okay? Because the treatment is, you're gonna get it, it's designed to help you.
That's fine. But
okay.
I feel like I'm gonna get all the help I've gotten here. My children, I didn't pay my mama's rent for the past 2 months. Like I said, she goes back to work tomorrow.
I'm sorry, you said I can barely hear you.
I've paid her rent for the last 2 months.
How have you paid her rent?
I gave her my stimulus check. And reason being is because she had my kids. But by her working in she works at the fish house on 8 Mile, Wyoming, and they had a inspection, and my children were there, and they laid her off. So that's the reason why I had to pay her rent for the month of March. She can't do it anymore. I can't expect her to lose her job trying to take care of my children. Now, I have spoken with Ms. Alice J about going to Sunrise, but I have also did an application for Positive Images for their transition.
Positive Images is not on the table.
Okay,
it's not an option.
Okay, so
nope, it's not an option.
Ms. Johnson did tell me that she wanted me to go to her transitional, which it is called Sunrise. She told me to get in touch with Cam. I was trying to do this at the beginning of the week. That's why I contacted Ms. Robbs at the beginning of the week. So I could get on the phone with Cam, and so that I can get this handled, because my mother goes back to work Saturday at 9 a.m. As far as working on me, like, that's completely understandable, but I don't feel like my children, we have to open up a CPS case or anything of the sort, because like my eyes are open to this. Before coming here, I was not really caring about, drug treatment court or taking it seriously or anything of that nature. But I have realized I've been being selfish when it comes to my kids. Excuse me, I'm getting irritated. I'm tired of being selfish, Judge Holmes. So if I can do intensive outpatient, which is what I wanted to do, that's completely fine. But I want to be somewhere where my children are with me, and I don't have an open CPS case for nothing. They dropped the other charges, so I don't have nothing over my head but drug treatment court. And I just feel like
Well, we're not over your head. We're not over your head. We on your side. I want to make sure you're clear on that. We're not over your head. We on your side.
It's not feeling like it right now, but you know, I just
wait. Why is it not feeling like it? Hold on, Daisha. Why is it not feeling like we're on your side?
Not purpose, right? So all of this could have been handled, and now I'm feeling like my mama about to lose her.
Wait. I'm having a hard time hearing you. I don't know if you're not speaking into the microphone or if it's propped up against something, but I want to be able to hear what you're saying.
Because I tried to get this handled at the beginning of this week. So
I still can't hear you.
I don't know why.
Are you saying anything? I don't hear you if you are.
Can you hear me now?
It's like really faint. It almost sounds like something's covering your microphone.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Barely.
I don't know what it is.
Can you speak a little louder? I don't know if that'll help because it does sound like something's on your microphone.
Okay. Primarily because
Your Honor, if I may, Ms. Smith reached out to me earlier the week. This is what I think that she's alluding to. She reached out to me earlier this week. I did have conversation with Mr. Morgan regarding this, and then I made efforts to move forward on it. What Ms. Smith does not understand is that drug treatment court is there's a day where a drug treatment court is not, we're not doing our court. So
we're not doing I'm sorry.
We're not doing drug treatment court, Your Honor. So there's other things that are being done behind the scene, but I can't move on things quicker than they are given to me. I did have my concerns regarding this, and therefore, Your Honor, this is why she's here today. She wanted to be possibly moved into a different place by this week. She's saying her mother is starting work on Saturday, and she wants to be able to either attend the Sunrise House with Miss Alice Johnson.
Okay, so let me just be clear, and Ms. Smith, I do want to hear, because when you say that we're not working for you on our side, I'm going to tell you that's problematic for me. And let me tell you why it's problematic for me. First of all, Ms. Robs did bring this to me, I believe on Tuesday. You have to forgive me for the dates, Ms. Robs. And Ms. Robs has at least 30 other clients. And as you know, we are in a COVID season, and everybody has their own set of unique issues, right? And so the fact that you are in a place where you are safe and your kids are safe, Ms. Robs did immediately start working on this. She reached out to me to get you on my docket on a mental health court day, and I said no. And the reason I said no was because I had some real issues going on with a number of cases on the mental health court docket, and I would not have the opportunity to address your issues. And it's the only day that drug treatment court and veterans treatment court and the human trafficking docket case managers have the opportunity to regroup and not have to deal with me unless it's an emergency. And so I'm taking that off, Ms. Robs. If there's an issue, you need to look to me, because I specifically sent Ms. Robs a message saying I can't do it on today. She's safe. The children are safe. I cannot, unless that I had too many other cases where I had people that were not safe, okay, that I needed to deal with on Wednesday. And so I said, no, bring her on Thursday, because that is the regular docket scheduled day. So that's on me. Secondly, Ms. Smith, you need to understand that just because you can't get your way, that does not mean people are not working with you or they're not on your side. First of all, with respect to your children and wanting to keep them stable and things of that nature, the reason there's been a CPS case, the reason they've had to go here, there, and everywhere has not been because of this court's doing. Ms. Smith, it's been because of your doing. It's been because of your choices. It's been because of your actions. It's been because you've allowed people to come into a facility that should not be in the facility. And while I am so proud of you that you are no longer focusing in on your own, selfish needs to the extent that it's to the detriment of your children, I don't want you to now shift the blame or shift the outcome, the things that you've had to deal with, to we've made some choices or we're not on your side and that's why your kids are in the predicament they're in. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We have rolled up our sleeves a number of times. Miss Smith, you should have been done 90 days in the Wayne County Jail in addition to your sanctions. Let's be all the way real today. You should have been at this juncture, when you look at the number of sanctions that you've had, the defiance that you have displayed to this court, you should have been in jail 90 days. And then your kids would be out there. But because I have considered your kids, and also because I have seen glimmers of improvement, I've had some quick glances where you've shown me you really want this. That's why you haven't been in jail for 90 days. So I want to make sure you understand you're entitled to your feelings, because what I do know in life, feelings are not facts. They're just your feelings. But I want to make sure that while you're in your feelings, that you have the facts that go along with them. You have accurate facts, that the mess that has been created is because you created it. Not Ms. Robs, not me, not the attorneys. Daisha Smith created that situation. So now here we are. Your mom needs to go back to work. You're right. I don't expect your mom to quit her job. I need you to not expect your mom to quit her job, which means going forward, you need to make some better decisions, because you know that you've had the CPS dealings, that you've had some other issues, and that if you have to go away, or if you put your kids in harm's way, if you open the door for somebody who beats your face in the presence of your children, if you do those things, you know CPS is going to be involved again, and you know that probably you're going to go away or the kids are going to go away. So you're right. I don't expect your mom to lose her job. What I do expect is for you to work with us to make sure that we're following the recommendations of the professionals, and also I'm balancing the best interests of the children. And sometimes that's difficult to do, Ms. Smith, because those babies have been through a lot. And not at my hands, at your hands. They've been through a lot. So what I'd like to see Ms. Robs do is, as I indicated, positive images is off the table. It's not even a recommendation that I'm willing to entertain. However, I would like to entertain a suitable residential program where Ms. Smith will be allowed to get her children. Because we work so closely with Alice Johnson, I don't see why that can't happen sooner than later, like this week. But look, I can't make people do anything as far as Sunrise if they don't have space available or what have you. Now, I know Alice J works very closely with them, and Alice J can make some things happen. So I'm real confident that we can get this done. But understand, just because things are not happening when you want them to happen, how you want them to happen, doesn't mean that people are not on your team. Because let me tell you who's been on Daisha Smith's team, even when Daisha Smith hasn't been on her own team. It's been Ms. Robs and the folks in this drug treatment court program. We have been on your team, keeping you out of jail, trying to keep you with your kids, and keep you working on the issues that you know you need to work on. And look, I'm proud of you, Ms. Smith. I know you're not the person that I saw 3 months ago, 4 months ago, or what have you. I've seen some change in you, but change is not something we just, 45 days and now I'm done. It's every single day. You've been in court today. I just share with you, I'm getting the book that the young lady recommended today, 12 Steps for Women, because none of us have arrived. And so if I haven't arrived in 50 plus years, ma'am, you have not arrived in 45 days. That's just the reality of it. It's not saying anything bad about you. We all have room for growth, and it's a continual process. And I need you to engage in it and be committed to it. And so do I have your commitment? I still can't hear you.
I was never saying that. Can you hear me now?
Miss Drew, can you just turn the volume up? Maybe it's something on our end. Because I can hear her, but it's like she's muffled. Are you all having an issue hearing Miss Smith? You are? Okay, so it's not on my end. Okay. Miss Smith, let's try it again.
I'm gonna move.
Closer to the phone.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Can you hear me on this computer?
Miss Smith?
Yes. Can you
Oh, there you are. You moved to another phone?
To another computer.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off the other one, okay? Because we'll get a lot of feedback if I don't. All right, so now let me hear from you because I can hear you.
Yes, that wasn't, I know, Judge, that you and Ms. Robs and went above and beyond with helping me. That wasn't my concern. My concern was primarily my mom having to go back to court. I mean, going back to work on Saturday. I just wanted this to be done and us possibly to be already moved. That's why I did call Ms. Robs on Monday and left her a message Tuesday so that, you know, it wouldn't be a situation where my mom couldn't go to work.
It doesn't work like that though, Miss Smith.
I know, but I just, you know, Ms. Robs, I just was waiting on her to contact me back and she didn't. And that's the only thing.
But because she reached out to me and I said, no, this is going to wait until Thursday. Okay. I will address this on Thursday.
So going forward, what do I do? Because Miss Alice J said that I had to get on the phone with Cam and then to call her and she'll have them pull my, she will pull, you know, the what's the name. So I'm just wondering, like, how do I go from here? How do I get to Sunrise?
So Miss Robs, she has to give me some information. I suggest, and Ms. Robs, if you have a better way of doing it, because you know, when I start getting into the administrative stuff, I can mess some stuff up real bad. And so my suggestion is that you get the information that you're comfortable with Sunrise being the appropriate facility, and I don't think we'll have a problem with it. And then what I recommend to you, Miss Smith, is that you go ahead and make the call with whomever you need to, or what have you, and then you all need to circle back together so you can put a plan together and get that to me as soon as possible. But understand, Ms. Smith, you know, we have 100+ cases. And I understand you feel that yours is urgent, as do I, but you contributed to this. And so you've got to give us an opportunity to get it done, okay? All right? Yes, no, are you frozen? Are you pretending to be frozen?
No, yes, Your Honor, I understand.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Robs, when I'm asking you about a plan, I don't want her just moving to Sunrise. I want to know what's going to be the plan as far as continuing her services, continuing to get the help that she needs, to continue to work on herself. And then we'll talk about transitioning and getting you prepared for independent living, okay, with your babies. Okay, that'll be part B. Right now, I want to get them back together, but just understand, Miss Smith, you play a part in all of this, so help us work through it, okay?
Okay.
All right. What's that little attitude about? Tell me about it. What? Now, we just said we're going to work on it. What's wrong now?
Nothing. I don't have a problem.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
So I just want to see my kids.
And I want you to keep that thought and that feeling when you're faced with making some decisions that can result in you not being able to see your kids. I want you to keep this feeling, this whole urgency and, oh, I got to get to them. I got to do it. I need you to hold on to that. Because I promise you, if you don't, I'm holding on to it. Yes, absolutely. Because your kids deserve the new and improved you. They deserve it. They deserve it. And I know you can give it to them. So just remember that, okay? Yes or no? I don't understand his sign language.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything you'd like to add?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Ms. Smith, I'm so glad that you're in the courtroom today and you're asking questions and you're not here for bad behavior or discipline. I congratulate you. You've been working the program the right way recently, and we're proud of you for that. We want you to be united with your kids. Many of our participants use the word patience. So we're working on it. We'll talk about the case. We staff today. Uh, but thank you for coming into the courtroom and asking a question. You're not here for bad behavior or discipline. I'm so glad that's the case. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Keep up the good work. We're in your corner. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Ms. Smith, I share Mr. Reed's views. It's good that you've taken some effort to try to figure out a problem, and that's good because that's what it's about, problem solving. We're here to help you, not to hurt you, and we'll do the best we can. Okay, so hang in there because you can do this. But like Mr. Reed, I'm glad too. You didn't come in on a problem. You came in with, or at least on a violation. You came in with a problem, man. And those problems are problems we can work on. Okay, so keep up the good work. Thank you, Judge.
All right, and thank you, Mr. Reed and Mr. Smith for Mr. Reed and Mr. Vikens. They just said, don't give her a husband that's gonna change his name to hers. What kind of man is that? All right, and so Mr. Reed, Mr. Vikens, thank you for reminding me because as much as I fussed this morning, I did not express to you how happy I am that you encountered a problem and instead of taking things into your own hands and making a mess, you reached out to get some help. Boy, am I excited about that. That shows growth. And so while I was fussing and fussing, I need to come back and tell you, I'm so proud of you on that. That you, look, I've got an issue. I have some foresight and I'm gonna do something about it. I'm not gonna wait until the bottom falls out. I'll do something about it. So very good. That shows me growth.
So do I get on the phone with Cam and handle that part of the process?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, but you need to circle back with Ms. Robs. Ms. Robs gonna do her part on her end, and then y'all need to come together so Ms. Robs can give me a plan. Ms. Robs, I am here. I have a 12:30 on today, but I'm here. And so just reach out to me, whether it's in person or through some communication device, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. All right, any questions, Ms. Smith?
No.
All right, when is Ms. Smith scheduled to come back and see me originally?
Tomorrow.
On tomorrow, Your Honor.
No, we won't do tomorrow. You can update me on Ms. Smith tomorrow.
Yes,
because I need her to be taking care of some things. Today's Thursday. Yes. And so she's in what phase, Miss Robs?
She's in phase 1, Your Honor.
All right, let's bring her back because I want to know what's going on. Let's bring her back. Can we do the Friday in 2 weeks?
Are we for April 2nd, Your Honor? Are we?
Oh, are we closed? We are closed that Friday.
Yes,
all right.
Your Honor.
So this is what I need you to do, Miss Robs, because I want her on Fridays. And so let's go to the next Friday, which is the 9th, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So let's do a return to court of April 9, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. And then, but you all will be in contact and in touch with each other. And then once you give me that plan, I'll give you my sign off on it. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. So that doesn't mean you're waiting for an answer that long. Okay, Miss Smith?
Sure. That's it.
Okay. All right. Very good. So I'll hear from you today, Miss Robs. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care, Miss Smith. I'll see you in a few weeks. If you need us before then, don't hesitate to get on the docket, okay? Just can't be a Wednesday. Try to stay away from Wednesdays unless it's life or death. Because my Wednesdays are something else. Wish you just only knew. All right. Okay. Very good. All right. Let's see. Miss Thomas, you keep coming on to my screen. What, Ms. Thomas, how can I help you today? Are you on my docket today?
I had a what is it? A cornback Monday, I believe. But
You came on Monday, but they didn't have any answers for you, and I think they scheduled you for Friday. Is that
I'm
correct?
just trying to make sure I don't miss it because I want to get it over with. I thought I missed it, honestly. My son's birthday threw me off, so I was just trying to check in, make sure everything was good with me. I didn't want no warrant out for my arrest or anything, so.
No, ma'am. And you know what? When you get ready to come to court, I want you to get yourself together to come to court. You done been with me about 3 times. And you know what I do and don't tolerate by this time. You've seen and heard enough. Get yourself together. We stream this live. Anybody can click on and watch it. Your future husband might be watching. Come on now. Get yourself together.
It's good morning, Judge. Please excuse me. I'm here. I just want the case dismissed. That's all.
Well, we don't know if the case gonna get dismissed, but come dressed looking like you want your case dismissed, okay? How about that? All right, I'll see you on, is she scheduled for tomorrow, Ms. Drew?
She's scheduled for March 29th, Judge.
You are scheduled for March 29th, Ms. Thomas, because we have to give the prosecutor and the defense attorneys time to work on some things. So you are scheduled for March 29th, okay, at 8:30. All fixed up like you want your case dismissed, okay?
I'm gonna look like I want my case dismissed. Listen, it's so early, so excuse me. I am not looking like this all the time. Trust me.
All right, Ms. Thomas. Ms. Thomas done became a
day.
133 friend. Okay. All right. Goodbye, Ms. Thomas.
Goodbye.
All right. She done been here 100 times. All right. I think that is everybody. Someone just dialed into my courtroom. Nicholas Rogers.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not on my docket. Ms. Drew, can you find out where Mr. Rogers should be? This is what I'm going to have you do, Mr. Rogers. Well, let's have you call me. Miss Wilson, if you could put the courtroom number in the chat. Mr. Rogers, if you have a pen, it's 313-965.
It's
2280. I had a brain freeze.
I have a question. When you go on the site, it says it's locked. What that mean?
I'm gonna have you call my clerk at 965-2280. Probably you trying to get into a judge's courtroom that you came late and they locked their courtroom. 965-2280.
Okay.
And the court clerk just placed it in the chat. Call my clerk, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I believe that's it. I'm ready to call the remainder of my docket. And I'm going to start with, because I have Miss Brimage sitting in the courtroom. Oh, no, I still have Mr. Paul. All right. Come on, Miss Brimage. I'm still call your case. I have case number SP 449-8131 for Joe Anthony Hayes. Miss Brimage, state your appearance.
Jasmine Brimage on behalf of the probation department.
What happened with Mr. Hayes?
Well, Your Honor, Mr. Hayes' case was assigned to me on Wednesday, March 10th. I was off that day. So on March 11th, I did try to contact Mr. Hayes. I left a voicemail message. He left a message the following day. I called him back. So we've been playing phone tag. He had a scheduled court review today. I did try to call him on Tuesday. I haven't had a response from Mr. Hayes. I checked JAMS. He has not registered for JAMS to screen yet. And Mr. Morgan set him up for that on March the 10th.
And he's not screened.
No.
Okay, so why are we putting his probation review date for his violation all the way at March 30th? Or am I just?
Well, I wanted to have time to get in contact with him and let him screen that, try to get in contact with him again. Please.
Oh, you were being nice?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not interested. But do you need the March 30th date?
I'm available whenever.
Okay, because March 30th, oh, that's a Tuesday. I thought it was a Wednesday, but you don't want to do a Wednesday. Okay.
So that'll give me time to contact him, continue to try to contact him at least 2 more times and get him into JAMS.
He's still in violation. I'm going to go ahead and sign it. I put it on for Ms. Drew. Yes. We'll put it on for March 30th. Okay. But I'm going to
If I don't hear from him by Tuesday, you want me to do a warrant?
Yeah, well, he didn't show up today. Was today his hearing day?
It was originally yesterday, Your Honor, but you know Wednesday is mental health day, so I did leave a message and tell him that it was
Okay.
switched to today.
Got you. All right. So no, I'll get in touch with him, and if you can walk him in earlier, that's fine. But just let him know he's got some real issues because he was ordered to test, and so he probably needs to be screened for specialty court because there's a reason why he didn't test.
Okay. Thank you.
I think so. Thank you, Ms. Brimage.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Okay, we're ready to do Mr. Paul. All right, and so I have the following. Hold on, was Mr. Paul was an add-on to my docket as well, is that correct?
I believe so.
No, I think he's
No, he's
on the docket, Your Honor.
No. Okay, but you. Oh, you know what? That's what happened. That's okay. I got you, Miss Drew. We good. All right. I have the following matters. Case number 195230301, SP 103000531, U452599218. Case number SP 105079111. Mr. Paul, if you could unmute and state your name for the record, please.
Keith Paul.
All right, Mr. Paul. Do you have any idea why you in my courtroom and you had to go speak with an attorney?
He does, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, who wants to address the court first? Mr. Fikens or Ms. Rives?
Judge, I can do this because I had a chance to talk to Mr. Paul, and I appreciate the court allowing me to do so. There were certainly some questions regarding him testing positive for alcohol. And Judge, after we talked about it, Mr. Paul does want to let this court know, and he was upfront and honest with me that he had beer. I think he felt that he was letting you down, letting himself down. Certainly didn't like consequences of it, but he's come to realize that part of the process of recovery is to acknowledge that you're not going to be perfect all the time, that there are times when situations get to you. We talked about life in general, Judge, that there'll be emergencies and problems all the time coming. I think he understands that he's got to figure out different ways how to deal with it rather than turn to beer when frustrated or concerned about a person or a situation. So we do feel we come, Judge, with remorse. I think certainly some statements might have been made out of fear. I think he didn't believe himself to be the kind of person who might drink beer just when faced with a problem person that he knows. But he did, and we talked about how that can be part of the addictive process, that is part of addiction, that you do fall down. And we talked a lot about how important it is to get back up now and stand up, get working, double down, as they say in the newspapers all the time, double down and get going. And Mr. Paul would appreciate that opportunity too. But I just want to say I appreciate truth and honesty. Sometimes out of fear, you say things you didn't want to, but he was certainly honest with me, Judge. And he certainly didn't want to have anyone else. I think it was Miss Cleveland who brought him in. Miss Robs, I apologize. Certainly didn't want to have anybody run around and run in circles for him. But he does apologize, Judge. He apologized for his conduct. He certainly wants to do better, and he wants to strive to do better. He's new to this program, fairly new to this program, and he wishes for another opportunity to prove to not only this court, in your honor, but also to himself that he can overcome emergencies, can overcome problems. So thank you for that opportunity.
All right, thank you. And so, Ms. Robs, what do you want to say to me also with respect to recommendations? Because there was a misscreen. So let me get that information on the record from you, Ms. Robs. And then I'm going to hear from you, Mr. Paul.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm in agreement with Mr. Fikens. You know, I did bring up Mr. Paul during staffing because I was having some concerns regarding him and just some behavioral things and a phone conversation about familiarity and associations with people that I think would be a hindrance to, you know, his progression. Over the course, Your Honor, he has been doing well.
Wait a minute, somebody has a TV or something on. I'm not gonna compete with a TV. No.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Is there a TV on?
No, Your Honor, noise in the background. I apologize.
Oh, okay, no, that's okay. I know you all are working. Go right ahead. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't competing with a TV. Okay.
You know, Mr. Paul has been doing, you know, he has been doing well, Your Honor. He had, he did call me, and he sent me a message and indicated, Your Honor, that he had drank some Robitussin. And I'm glad that, Your Honor, that he was honest today with Mr. Fikens. I just really hope that Mr. Paul understands the severity of, you know, him using. He did miss a screen, Your Honor, March 13th. He went in on March 14th, tested, and this is the screening, Your Honor, as reported that he stated he drank the Robitussin. So it's more about, my recommendation, Your Honor, is that I would like to give Mr. Paul another chance, Your Honor. I would like for him to at least write a paper, Your Honor, addressing being honest in treatment and in his recovery, staying focused and decision making to address and the importance of making his screenings on time. I would like to give him another chance. Like I said, Your Honor, he's had an issue. I know it's been said oftentimes, you know, lapses and relapses are a part of recovery, and I'm just hoping that Mr. Paul can get it together, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. Mr. Paul, what do you want to tell me?
I apologize. I was just going through something, you know, my ex-girlfriend, she came over to my house, bust like 3 windows out the house because I changed the locks on the house. I'm talking about Chinita Smith, my wannabe fiance. She came bust the windows out the house. She came and broke TVs. It just put me up under a lot of pressure, you know, that day. And I slipped up and I drank a beer. I'm sorry, I apologize. I would not do that again. I would never miss a screening. I know nothing. I've been on the right path to all that came up. She just wanted to see me down. So I've been really pushing away from her, you know, so I'm trying to better myself and she trying to bring me down and I ain't with that, you know. And she don't want to see me doing good. She never seen a sober Mr. Paul, you know. So I don't know, is she trying to get me to back drinking or trying to just make me down? And she just pushed me to that edge that I ended up drinking a beer, and I apologize for it.
And so, Mr. Paul, look, let me say this. I understand that people can provoke us, but at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. Nobody can make you do anything. You have to make the decision. What I want to encourage you, it sounds like you've got some insight. You know, everybody can't handle you sober. Sometimes, you know, when we move up in the world or we decide I'm not doing the same stuff I used to do that was getting me nowhere.
Yes.
Everybody that says they're our friends or our close connections, they can't always handle it, right? Some people like you when you're drunk. Some people like you when you're doing bad, when you slumming, when you know, engaging in inappropriate behavior with them. Some people like that. And so it sounds like you have some insight on that. I want to encourage you to make sure you spend some time and, you know, think about how do I handle that? Because nobody can make you do anything.
Right.
Nobody can make you do anything. That's part of human nature. You can try to convince me, you can do, but if I really don't want to do it, you can't make me do anything. If I do it, it's because there's something inside of me. It could be just a smidget of something that I wanted to do it, and therefore I did it. That's the bottom line. And so I appreciate you being honest with the attorney I was a little, I was ready to get you when you weren't honest with Miss Ross, because here's the thing, and I told you this in the beginning. We cannot help you if you're not honest with us. Yes. And I take my job very serious, as does Miss Robs, Mr. Fikens, Mr. Reed. And if somebody impedes my ability to do my job, I do not respond well. I don't respond well. Be honest with me. Look, I understand this isn't easy. I'm asking you to do all of these things. I'm asking you to make some changes in life. And, it's not easy. I know it's not. But I do expect you to be honest, because then I can help you to readjust the load so that you can do it and so that you can reap the benefit of learning how to live a life of recovery or in recovery. And so give me that opportunity to do that. Don't take my ability away to help you. Don't do that to me. I'm not going to like that.
I won't. All
right.
I'm going to be straight honest with you from here on in.
Come on. I said, when I got that call about you, I said, wait a minute, who are y'all talking about? Not chocolate milk. And everybody in their office said, yep, chocolate milk. I said, what in the world? Come on. I need you to be open and honest with us about what's going on. Look, I also know you had some other situations going on at home. Do y'all remember? I can't remember his last name. He was 81 years old in our program. And what did he say he learned at the end of being with us a year and a half? He said, I learned how to keep my hands to myself. There is always a better way, another way, a different way. Because guess what? When you put your hands, and I don't want you to say you did or did not, I just want you to listen to me. When you put your hands on somebody else, irrespective of what they've done, you have now put yourself in a situation where you are going to have some legal issues, or you can have some legal issues, or you can have some police contact or some police intervention. And when you are in problem-solving court, we expect you to be on your best behavior, not only inside the court, but outside of the court. And that's what I'm gonna say to you. If somebody is dealing with to the point where you even think you may need to put your hands on them, that for me is the handwriting's on the wall. Time to go. Adios. See you later. Door closed, door locked. Because the moment I put my hands on you, or I put my hands on somebody else, now I have compromised everything I'm working for. Everything. Job, family, freedom, money, all of that. And so I need you to just think about that and really give some thought to that. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Look, Ms. Ross' recommendation for a sanction, notice she didn't recommend jail. She didn't recommend anything else other than she wants you to write a paper about being honest in treatment and staying focused. And so if there's no objection, that is going to be my sanction, unless you all have a different sanction.
No, Judge, we don't. We
No objections. I'd just like to comment, Mr. Paul,
yes,
you have to learn to walk away. Ex-girlfriends and temptations. You have to learn to walk away. And as the court indicated, keep your hands to yourself. I'm glad that you accept the responsibility and you understand that you have to work the program. But just walk away. Just walk away.
I will.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And look, Mr. Paul, yes. I want to make sure I've got a question about, and I'll talk with Ms. Robbs. If you need some help with controlling, how you respond to situations that make you angry, I need you, that's a part of that honesty. I need you to let me know, because there are some tools and some resources available to help you with that.
Okay, I will.
Okay, so I need you to reach out and let Miss Robbs know. I'm not suggesting 26 weeks of it, Miss Robbs. I'm suggesting a much shorter time period. I think there's even some couple of days, 1 day, 2 day, or a couple of weeks where he would be able to get those sessions in, helping you to give you some tools to deal with situations that can become explosive so that you don't lose your freedom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. I need you to have my paper for me next time I see you.
I'll have it for you.
All right. I need you to not miss any more tests.
I'm not. I promise you I'm not.
And I need you to make some good decisions. And if you're on the ledge and you think you're about to go left, pick up the phone. That's why you're supposed to be in those AA meetings, and you're supposed to be connecting with Miss Ellison. Pick up the phone and just tell them, hey, I'm on the ledge. Somebody will talk to you.
Yeah.
Come into the courtroom. Tell me, Judge, put it in the chat. I'm on the ledge. Somebody will talk to you. I promise you.
Okay, I will.
All right.
I won't let you down.
All right. All right. Don't worry about letting me down. I want you to worry about letting you down. Because I think that you are that you want to be in a good place and you want to do well. I believe that. All right. Then let's roll up your sleeves and get it done, okay?
Okay.
All right. I need my paper when you come back. Ms. Robs, when is he coming back to see me?
Your Honor, he's in phase 1. Is it possible, Your Honor, to do that, because we'll be closed that Thursday and Friday, is it possible for him to come back, Your Honor, on April 5th, that Monday?
Okay, I'll do April 5th. And of course, if he needs to come back earlier, Ms. Robs, we can do that. But I'll do your next court date as April 5th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Mr. Paul, I will tell you, Ms. Robs had indicated the 12-step program. I need you to be doing 12 steps every day for the next 30 days. Do a meeting every day.
Okay, I will.
You have your journal where you're writing things down?
Yes. I got the one Miss
Starting
Rod
today.
gave me.
Oh, look at you. All right. Do you have your journal where you're recording what you learned in your 12-step meetings?
No, I'm gonna go get one today.
Now, I told you to get one back in the day. I need it. Come on now.
Okay.
I need you to do one meeting every day for the next 30 days.
Okay.
Okay? And then I need you to have that journal. I'm asking, this is my last time asking you about that journal. It could be a tablet, a notebook, whatever. Get it, date it, where you went to your meeting, and what you got out of it, or what you gave to it. Okay?
Yes.
All right. All right, very good. All right, Mr. Paul, let's do it.
Okay, I got you.
All right, I'll see you April 5th.
Okay.
All right, take care.
All right.
All right, I believe that that's the last case for the morning. Is that correct?
I think so, Judge.
All right, I need to call the remainder of my docket. I don't think I ever did that. I have the following. I have Regina Cook, Z8059391, and SP100300011 for Regina Cook. And
Your Honor, she's scheduled for a face-to-face. I told her that I would give her a call right after court. But so far, I did speak to her last week. She's doing well. As I reported in staffing, Your Honor, she did have some health challenges, but she's okay.
She's good.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. What's the return to court date for Ms. Cook?
Your Honor, I have April 15th, 2021.
All right, at 8:30. Very good. Thank you, Ms. Robs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I have for Sharon Knowles, Z8059721. Ms. Robs?
Yes, Your Honor. I had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Knowles this morning. She's doing well. No issues to report, just some maybe some possible appointments for some medical issues, but outside of that, Your Honor, she's in compliance. No issues to report at this time.
And I have her return to court date for April 16th, 2021 at 8:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And then I have Brandon Smith, 200-559-5001.
That's me, Your Honor. I talked to Mr. Smith yesterday, and I think he corresponded today, I think through email. He had to work a little longer, and he hadn't gotten back from the bus to get back to that's the last.
Mr. Yancey, you see my face?
Yeah, that's not good, Your Honor. Is there any way that we could squeeze him on tomorrow?
It'll be a squeeze, but I'll adjourn until tomorrow. And if not, let him know if he doesn't show up tomorrow, he's going in warrant status and we know where he works.
I'll do that. I'll do that, Your Honor.
I'll put him on for March 19, 2021. And I'm putting him on. Look, he can't do 10 o'clock because he didn't do 10 o'clock well today. So let's put him on for 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Perfect.
All right, very good. I will do that. And then let's see. I have a matter, Earl Robinson, and it's case number U585-77220, and it was scheduled for a final pretrial. Ms. Drew, did you reschedule them? That's the jury trial?
Yes, I did, Judge. I rescheduled it for the final pretrial on June 11th and the jury trial on June 15th.
Wonderful. Those are perfect dates. I'm here. All right, very good. And so that is all I have on my docket. Did I miss anything from any of the parties?
I don't think so, Judge.
No, Judge.
All right. All right, very good. Let's see. I have a 12:30. I don't want to rush through. Let me go off this.